So now you're starting to get a sense of how mapping can help you listen. But there are two other important ways to listen to a system. Do you remember what they are? That's right, collect feedback and dialogue with actors about the feedback results and analysis. You give and receive feedback every day. You offer feedback when you share your reactions or ideas about a product or service that you've used. Like when you fill out a survey for your phone company, you receive feedback when you ask a colleague for suggestions or project report, or when you ask your aunt how she liked the chicken curry you made for dinner. Feedback is just information from a person about something they have experienced or are experiencing. Makes sense, right? But you might be wondering how the practice of collecting feedback feeds into system strengthening. Well, feedback helps you create a more complete and nuanced picture of the system, including its limitations and strengths, providing insights into human thoughts, feelings, and perspectives playing out among actors. Let's look at the role that feedback could have played in the example of Girl Hub Nigeria. After mapping the actors in the girls' empowerment system, program leaders realized that parents and religious teachers had significant influence on girls' empowerment. But Girl Hub still needed additional information to understand the beliefs and perspectives of those actors before designing interventions. So, how do you go about collecting reliable and useful data? First, design your overall feedback process, keeping in mind the communications, preferences, and limitations of actors in your system. Next, set a specific goal for how feedback will help you better understand your system. For example, Girl Hub Nigeria could have used feedback to gather input from parents and religious teachers on the design of the system's interventions. With your goal in mind, consider what questions you would like to ask. For example, Girl Hubs could ask parents and teachers how open they would be to engaging in a conversation about girls' rights. Once you've designed your feedback process, it's time to go out and collect your data. Keep in mind that people will not be open and honest unless they feel safe. So you will want to think about how to eliminate or mitigate any negative consequences of their participation. How can you address participants' concerns? Well, communicate the purpose of the feedback, how the information will be used, and how feedback data will be kept secure. Okay, so you've gone out and collected valuable data from system actors. What's next? Now comes the exciting part. It is time to analyze the data, looking for themes and patterns in the ways that different groups of actors responded. I usually conduct this analysis using software like Excel. For example, did parents show a greater interest than religious teachers in a conversation about girls' rights? Or did religious teachers from one region express a greater interest in a conversation about girls' rights? It's interesting to see what emerged from feedback data, but a good analysis is not complete without dialogue. What do I mean? Well, arguably, the most important step in the feedback process is dialogue with actors about their feedback. Dialogue allows you to share your initial analysis, verify assumptions that have emerged, and answer lingering questions. Let's revisit our Girl Hub Nigeria. Let's say that because of collecting feedback, Girl Hub found that some parents and religious teachers are open to discussing girls' rights, while others showed resistance to the conversation. How could you use the dialogue process to gather more valuable information? Well, Girl Hub might want to ask parents and religious teachers why they are hesitant to engage in a conversation about girls' rights. What would make them more comfortable engaging in a conversation? And so on. Through dialogue, you will be able to work with actors to understand their perspective of the systems and possible system strengthening interventions. Cool, right?